It's weird, man. Like pressure, like pressure to be famous that I run into with a lot of younger people. Like not pressure to be successful, pressure to be famous.
Well, it's like the attention-seeking economy.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like it is strange because the whole. Well, I think I told you this, man. Like when I got into this, and I still feel this way, and you probably feel the same way. I don't want to speak for you, but it's like you just want to tell jokes and tour.
Yeah,
that's it. But it's like now it's all like how many. You need 37 cameras on you at all times.
Yeah,
getting the back of you and like in the car. Hey, what's up, guys? We're in the car. Like people want.
I know people.
Constant.
I know people who I know that their drive is to be famous, and what they consider famous isn't even what we used to consider famous. It's not like they consider famous. You go to fucking the grocery store and you're swarmed by people like you're in sync.
Right.
They're just like content with like 700 people watch my story today, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's like it's this weird mental like didn't get enough attention.
Yeah,
I think it was a whole generation. I think it's even going to be worse this upcoming.
Oh yeah.
Because look at all the like the iPad kids at the dinner table.
Yeah, just staring at that shit.
Yep.
Those guys are going to be like the best drone pilots, though.
Yeah, everyone's just going to have a drone.
Everyone, man.
Yeah, they won't make eye contact with you, but they can drone strike you.
Yeah, and they'll let AI talk to you. You'll be like, "What's up, Connor? How you doing today?" Connor does not want to talk right now.
Everyone's just Stephen Hawking.
Yeah,
but by choice. Oh my!
You think God. Stephen Hawking's ever like said a racial slur? And he's he probably did ones that we don't even like use, like old school ones. He's like, these goddamn gypsies and their fucking thievery. No, Linda, I'm speaking my mind.
Yeah, he had a sentence that he like typed the night before but fell asleep, and then the next day he hits enter. It's just the N-word.
Yeah, he's like, it was something I said and I did not mean it. This damn keyboard stuck. Yeah. I meant to say bigger.
The first generation autocorrect racial slur.
Yeah. Do you ever there was a comic who came, and I wasn't there for the show, but he was deaf, and he used his iPhone to tell the jokes.
I've seen him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's quick with it.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I'm like, God damn, he's a little typer. Yeah, he's got that Hawkins shit, man.
He's got to fire it up.
Yeah.
And he has to almost be quicker with his hand than his mind.
His hands it's like fucking Thing from the Addams Family. It's working without thought,
It's literally just, and then he'll roast you back.
Yeah.
Like, look at your shirt, motherfucker. He's like, what's your hairline?
Yeah.
And then it's just like, people it's hilarious, dude.
Comedy is important. So this is going to sound really weird. Give me a little time to get it out. But what I like about comedy is comedy always reminds me of like kung fu movies. And hear me out. In a kung fu movie, like whatever it takes to win. So if you're fighting like a fucking girl, punch her in the face, whatever. If you're fighting, if your boy's getting beat up by a dude, jump in. There's no like, one-on-one honor. And that's how comedy is in the sense of like, say whatever. You could like, if a dude hops up on the stage and he's deaf and he's making jokes with his iPhone and he's dissing you, it's open now. Say whatever to hit him back. Yeah,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, there's no holds bar, you know?
Because like in a kung fu movie, you're like, damn, he cut that woman in half.
Yeah.
But it was like she was going to do the same to him.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
So it's like, you can't be like, I'll let you cut me in half.
Yeah, there's a little honor here. I can't, it's like, no, whoop that trick.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's what I love about comedy. It's just open. And then I love the fact, too, that like when we're on stage, and especially like when everybody knows each other, and this is how it used to be a lot with me. I'm not too sure how it is with some of the younger comics. I don't spend as much time with them, but we were just savage with each other. Like me, Ken Miller, and James Young, we're riding in a car somewhere in a show. Like there is nothing off limits to make fun of the other person on.
Oh no, I love that, dude.
Yeah.
I miss that. I feel like, CERN in Switzerland?
Yeah.
That hydrogen?
Yeah.
Okay, I think something happened, dude. Because it used to be like I feel like I caught the tail end in New York of like the ball busting.
Yeah.
But East Coast in general is just like it's all ball busting.
So you think like the CERN experiment like moved the Earth in a way that now we're in like an alternate or something like that?
Like just the world went soft.
I got a better one, man. It was when Lil Nas X came out with Old Town Road, because what happened was it was a black gay artist with a #1 rap country single, and it tilted the Earth. The Earth moved off the axis for a little bit, because right after that we had COVID, we had murder hornets, we had basically Lil Nas X tilted the Earth like 1 degree, and we're in Earth like 629 now. You know, like it's different. If you go back to our old Earth, everything's just cruising. But when he tilted it, that was it, man.
Oh, dude, the old Earth, we're still on like iPhone 1.
Yeah.
Like we're not even worried. Probably don't even have Instagram.
Yeah, the old Earth, white girls don't have asses. You know, it's the way God intended. White girls started getting asses around the time of like Britney Spears, and I want to say that's because of like Monsanto and preservatives and shit. Oh, for sure.
No, I was actually driving by a Starbucks the other day, and you know how their logo is like a siren?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's like a sexual demon siren. So I think they're putting something in the coffee.
It could be, man.
Women are going through like puberty so much faster.
Pumpkin spice is thickening up some asses.
I'm telling you, there's some weird shit going on, dude. But I think we went through a portal, and Lil Nas X triggered something.
Lil Nas X triggered it,
and it just everything has been interesting.
If we went to an alternate dimension, and we played Old Town Road, you'll see like versions of us pop up out. Don't do it, you know.
Oh yeah.
You're triggering it. What do you think, as a comedian now, as a younger comedian now, what did you think comedy was going to be like versus what you're seeing it is?
Oh, that's great, man. When I started in New York, it was like, okay, I just gotta get really funny at these open mics. Get in at all the clubs for $50 a spot.
Yeah, you pay to plays
and do. We were paying like $5-10 to do a mic, but the goal was to get like the $50 from Stand Up New York. $50 from and make $400 a night, and then just figure it out. Just be funny.
Yeah,
and just hopefully that elevates you to the next thing. And then when I moved to LA, I'm seeing like the most unfunny people at like the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store, and you're like, dude. And granted, there's a lot of funny people out there. Don't get me wrong, but you're just like, You want to talk about parallel universe from New York? It's like it's not about who's funny anymore. It's like who has like, oh, look at my blue check, look at my.
Yeah.
It was very like statusy. That makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's all about the image more than it's about the content.
Right, and that's how it is now on social media. It's like if you can like become some kind of brand, sling merch, sell out venues. It's like I've seen people where they leave and they're like, it wasn't that good of a show, or they're in this trance of like, I just paid $100 to see this person, so he has to have been funny.
There was a lot of like Instagram comics that I used to work with because they would want to come put a show on, but they didn't have time. Like they didn't have like, a half-hour set or anything because they were always just doing skits and stuff.
Right.
And so the hustle that I used to do with them was I would be like, hey, listen, how about you come host the show? And it's, whatever, Sean Madden featuring friends, because the audience wants to come see this Instagram comic because he's got like 2-3 million followers.
Exactly.
But he can't really rock it on stage yet because he doesn't have stage presence.
Exactly.
So the hustle was you host the show. Everybody's excited to see you host. And then you bring up a bunch of comics. They kill it. And then at the end of the show, everybody wants to meet that Instagram comic.
Let me get my photo. That's
boom.
All I came here for.
And they're like, what a great night we had. And that used to be my move. I would get them over here. I would get the Improv or one of the rooms over here to give me an off night. And I would get one of these dudes who's just, putting wigs on and shit and fucking, every puppet in the game, and I'm just like, listen, puppet, I'm going to make you fucking some money here, all right? Whenever you work as a comic, man, anytime you open for a puppet, you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? And then the puppet's like in the room, in the green room, sitting on a couch, and then the dude who is the puppeteer is talking to you, and you're like, who am I even working for, you or him?
Yeah, it's like,
It's
I feel
heartbreaking.
like you are a Jeff Dunham puppet.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that, man. I mean, I remember just like being at the Laugh Factory and they're like, "Oh, Ti is going up."
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro,
what the
like,
fuck?
Can I just do my 15?
Yeah.
And it was like, but it's just that notoriety, and nothing against Ti, man, but it was just like, well, it's the same thing with like Jake Paul being a boxer.
Yeah.
People are still like he's a YouTuber, but I get it, man. It's just
He's selling tickets.
It's a free pass into stand up.
And also,
And that's just I'm not trying to change the rules of the game, but it's like that's just how it is now.
the game just evolves all the time.
Right.
So like, but with the Jake Paul thing too, my favorite part about the Jake Paul thing is all these dudes talking shit about, because I grew up loving boxing. Boxing is the sport I grew up watching my whole life. But all these dudes talking shit about Jake Paul, like dudes sitting around comedy clubs, hanging out, smoking cigarettes after a show, and they're like, Jake Paul's a fucking pussy. I'm like, Jake Paul, fuck you up.
I know.
Like, yeah.
Beat your ass.
Yeah, he'll whoop your ass. I
And
mean,
then he'll say like and subscribe.
yeah. Swipe up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like you can just do whatever you want at this point. That's the beauty of it. I feel like the people that complain about it, they're not really doing shit, or they got nothing going on.
Where do you think, like, because there's only so far like comedy can go if it's censored. If you censor comedy, if you don't allow people to say whatever they want, there's only so far it can go. So I think that, because right now we're running through an era, you know, people call it like the woke era and stuff, but we're running through an era where people are like, you can't say that, you can't say that. And I always think that in these scenarios, there's going to be another, like right now we're dealing with an overcorrection. People kind of feel like people have been offensive for a long time, so now they're overcorrecting it. They're like, well, you can't say anything. When it tips back, how wild is it going to get? Like, if motherfuckers coming out in blackface and fucking just like, I do what I want. I'm tired of this woke shit, you know? Because that's happened sometimes too. People are like, I can't believe, because that's what happens. People will be like, this woke shit's ridiculous. You're like, yeah, I know, man, it's crazy. And you're like, yeah, you can't say anything. You're like, yeah, you're like, yesterday I tried to go on blackface and pretend that I was like, okay, that's not woke shit. That's just, you can't do that, you know?
No, I think we're at a point where, like, at least I felt the shift in the last year of crowds just being like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to laugh. And I noticed, like, the dimmer the crowd, the bigger the laugh.
Yeah.
Because people still have that, like, oh, man, if people can see me laugh at this fucked up thing, maybe they're going to judge me. But it's like, nah, man, just have a good time, dude.
Do you got a joke you haven't had the balls to say on stage yet?
Nah.
Good.
I've had a joke that I had the balls to say it and then regretted having those balls.
Did you think it was gonna kill too when you said it?
Oh, dude, all right. You want this?
Yeah, let me get that fire.
This isn't like anything like it's. I'll just say it. So I had a friend in Virginia growing up before I moved to Florida. His dad was always in the garage just jamming on the guitar, right? And then one day we were in the driveway just shooting hockey. You know, hitting hockey pucks into this little net that he had. And his dad just walked out with an amp and a guitar, and a van pulls up. And his dad's just like, I'm going on the road. And we never fucking saw him again, bro.
He just fucking said, hey, kid, I'm following my dreams. You follow yours.
Yeah, bro. And he's just like, we didn't even know, like.
Did y'all at the moment even think that was real? Or were you like, nah, he's just going from bar to fucking.
Bro, in your mind, you're just like, that's my friend's dad, and he's good at guitar. Like, you know, bye. You know, you like, it's just like, and then you know, my friend, Dustin, he was like, yeah, just all right,
follow your dreams, old man.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
And then it really fucked up his family, like financially.
Yeah, of course it does. Your dad just left to fucking be Guitar Hero while you're just shooting hockey pucks in the garage. Like, you got a 2-income family, and now your dad's like, listen, man, I got a chance to open for Steel Panther in Miami, and what'd I tell you since you were a little boy? You follow your dreams. You think my dream was to be your dad? To live here? To fuck your mom forever? Just one woman forever? And have kids? No, motherfucker. I had dreams, and I put them aside to be your dad. And I was laying in bed one day, and I thought to myself, what am I teaching my kids? What am I teaching my kids? Just give up on what matters? To be a responsible parent? No, son, strike out on your own.
not sitting in a cubicle, guys.
Yeah, and there's like one kid he likes better than the other kids. He's like telling the kids, sorry guys, dad's out of here. He looks at Dustin, he's like, look, man, look me up, okay? You always had a little rhythm. I might need a fucking triangle player or some shit. Dust. Dog, I'm not saying I could get you in the band, but I know there'd be some gigs we need a roadie or a merch guy. Don't tell your sisters, though. All right, player. Be easy. Easy. Lights are probably going to get cut off in a couple days because I took the money out of the bank, but, you know. Rock and roll! And who are these other dudes in the van? Did you fucking ditch your family or what? Good call.
Yo.
Good call.
They might have all just made a pact.
They knew it, yo. One of them went too far, too. He's like, did you kill your family? What? I ditched them. We were going to ditch our families? Oh, Kevin, I did not think that's what you said. We got to go back to my house then. I think one of them might be able to be saved. Oh, shit. The little one was breathing. So let's go. Rock and roll!
There's a chance one of them will make it to the police station.
Yeah. I couldn't slice all the way.
But we'll be in Cabo.
Yeah. Rocking out. Oh, we're playing for a fucking Steely Dan cover band, but you know.
Oh my God, dude.
It's weird when you run into people who have dreams that are just shitty and they're so passionate about them. That's how I feel about anytime I meet somebody my age who's still trying to rap. They're like, yo, I'm putting my single out. I'm like, you're 40 years old. Yeah. You have a job. You have kids. You can't bust a fucking hit single when you got a 401k already. You know, like you're not, nobody in the streets is like, yo, this motherfucker's fire.
Single, Miguel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell
401k, Roth IRA, Roth IRA. This motherfucker's spitting. Bro. You work in a bank, dog.
I would have bought the Porsche, but I'd rather invest.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
what happened to your friend Dustin when his papa was like, yeah, I'm out? Dude. Like how long was his decline?
Well, dude, it's like, first of all, you nailed that. You were asking me the bit that didn't do well. So that was it. I was in Melbourne, and I was just like...
You were in a fatherless city telling stories about people not having dads. You're like, not funny.
And you made it way funnier. Mine was just more like sad. Because he was like, my dad abandoned me. And I'm like, yeah, but your dad is like kind of a legend. Because everyone dreams, like every guy in this room dreams of that. And people were just like...
Oh, not me, honey, not me.
And it was bad.
Never me. Never do I just wish to God I could walk the fuck out of here and do what I want to do. And you know, I wonder, do you know his dad's name? We should try to find him on social media, like see.
It would be hilarious if he was like Slash.
Yeah.
Just like, we just like didn't know. Like, because he had that like long black hair.
If he was Slash. Dustin's dad went on to become Chad Kroger of Nickelback.
He's got a Beverly Hills home, and he's completely separate family.
But his new son's name is Dustin. He's like, I always liked the name, I just didn't like the Dustin. He's like, so this is Dustin. This is my new family, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. He's like sitting there talking to Oprah. He's like, I had to leave the other family. They were holding me back. And he's
I could tell he wasn't athletic.
Yeah.
He couldn't draw. He could barely strum a guitar.
But yeah, I just was like, this is really what I'm investing in. You know, sometimes you got to just cut your losses, Ope. And so now I got Dustin over here, Dustin 1. I call my first one Dustin 2, you know, because he's just, and you know, I got my hot ass wife. Living the dream.
Older brother Damien.
Yeah, and you know.
And he would just always have girls downstairs. And I thought he was the coolest kid ever.
Dustin's brother Damien?
Yeah. His older brother. And he was so good at the guitar too. He was doing like, you know, kind of the dad thing. You
know, Dustin was freaking out. He's like, he's going to leave us too. Anytime Dustin sees somebody playing guitar.
Because we would just be playing like Crash Bandicoot. And Roller Coaster Tycoon upstairs, building theme parks.
And yeah,
his brother was in the garage building an empire. Oh, shredding, bro.
His brother was still getting messages from his dad. He's like, you still working on guitar?
Bro.
Leave them.
I remember we went into his room. We were like army crawling because he had all the nice tech decks.
Yeah.
And he just had like 2 girls in his bed. And his brother was like, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, we got the tech deck, you know? And then I'm just sitting
Dustin's like, let's get the tech deck.
Like, whoa, how does one achieve this?
He's like, well, I'm going to tell you the truth, Sean. I'm completely empty inside since I'm fatherless. So I can fuck girls all day long and shred guitar. All I want is a goddamn hug from the man who made me. But
I just wish my mom couldn't afford a car so we could actually not have to take the bus every day.
yeah, but you know.
Dude, we took the bus to see the new Spider-Man, like Spider-Man 1 when it first
came out. Yeah, Tobey Maguire shit.
What year was that?
2000, 2002 or something like that. It was early.
It was that?
Yeah.
I gotta look this up. But yeah, I remember getting on the bus and I was like, this is fucking awesome. I'm like 8 years old. Because that was the first time I took the bus other than school.
Yeah, so you're like, look at this, man. There's a homeless dude jacking off over here. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, you pull the cord when you want to get off?
Yeah.
Let me pull it.
Dustin, there's a picture of your dad on the side shredding. He's gonna be in Cabo.
Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, I wonder if I wish I knew. You know, I'm probably going to call my dad who didn't leave me.
Yeah.
And find out the name of that. Because it was like the
Was it like a story in the neighborhood too after that? Like, was it the gossip?
Maybe it was, but we were so young.
Yeah. Because you watched him walk out with a guitar in one hand, put like his hat on.
And do the whole exactly.
And got in a van. What kind of van too? Was it like a...
It was like an A-Team type shit.
Yo.
And I was trying to tell him, like, dude, like, your dad is a legend. He was never going to come to your flag football game.
Your dad is a legend. He's never going to be... You're got to let go of the fact that your dad is better without you. And that's your contribution to this world.
He's like, my dad abandoned me. I'm like, you're a little biased.
Yeah. You're a little biased. Your dad abandoned you, but what did he do for the world? So much more.
He entertained people across bars in middle America.
I would have loved it if like 3 years later he just came back. Hey, it didn't work out, babe. Cheryl, where's my stuff? We'll come back. Hey, Dust, where's your brother?
2002, bro.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Yeah.
How did Dustin, like, what was his de-evolution? Did he get like goth and shit? Like, because things like that change a kid, you know?
Because we were friends for probably like 4 years, and then we moved to Florida. So I lost.
Damn, you abandoned him too.
Yeah. Dude,
that dude's got abandonment issues. Like, that's the kind of dude who puts a tile on his girl's purse every time she goes anywhere so he could track her. She's like, hey, I'm just going to the store. He's like, okay. Daddy was just going to the store too. Daddy went to the store too. He like lives above a store so that when his girl's like, I need to get milk, just go down. I'll look out the window. I'll make sure you're getting it.
He's probably just traumatized when he sees a guitar.
Oh, yeah. Anytime he hears guitar music, he's like, shut that shit off.
Yeah.
His son wants to play guitar. He's like, guitars are for fucking losers.
Back when you could play the actual video game in Walmart.
Yeah.
Someone's playing Guitar Hero. He's like, no.
Get that shit out of here.
My dad used to play.
Anytime he hears a van riding up, one tear just drops his fucking eye.
Anytime he sees a fucking contractor van.
Yeah.
He starts crying.
He gets wasted drunk and goes to like Sam Ash and starts breaking shit.
That's fucked up.
Fuck their dreams. They should have dreamt to be a papa.
I was thinking about that, dude. It's like, I would be a great father. Like, incredible.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my thing too.
Sense?
No, totally. Because here's the thing. I feel the same way. Like, I think I understand enough that being a father means sacrificing and giving up on certain things to make sure that this kid of yours gets the proper life that he or she deserves so that they can be a good person. And that's so much work. I'm out. Like, I really recognize, because I think there's lots of people who don't recognize it. There's tons of people like me and Cheryl are having a baby. I'm like, but you're shitty people. You're not good. You're not good.
Mom's name.
Is it?
Keep using it. Yeah.
Nailed it, yo. Maybe I did some research. Okay. Maybe I'm your father. She's like, no, the comic.
Like, dude, that's where I get my flow from.
Yeah.
My love for Tigres del Norte.
Yeah, being a parent, I recognize how much work it is to be a good parent. That's like when I see good parents, I'm always like, fuck yeah, good job, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm out. That's so much work because you have to teach a kid everything.
I see a little kid like just hooked up, like getting in the back of an Escalade.
Yeah.
And, you know, his mom's like, wait, I got to fix your hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that kid is just fucking hooked.
Yeah. It's a good life.
I'm like, good shit, bro. I want to, like, fist bump him.
Yeah.
and then he just remember that. Like, Mom, why did that random guy say, like, congrats and fist bump me?
Because his dad left to join a band, and he sees what you have. Sometimes I see like a little kid that's not Asian using chopsticks, and I'm like, this kid's got it going on.
Oh shit!
Anytime I see like a 3-year-old white kid with chopsticks, I'm like,
yeah. But the thing is, though, it's like there is a level to it where you're not just in the back of the Escalade with the iPad.
Yeah,
it's like you're being forced.
Yeah, of course. But what the fuck isn't a kid forced to do?
Well,
my whole childhood was fucking forced.
Well,
go to this person's house.
Okay.
Do this. If I'm gonna be forced to do anything, forced to eat fucking sushi sounds like way better than anything else.
I got you there.
Yeah, better than forced to hug somebody that you don't know, and you're like, I don't know this motherfucker, and he's rubbing my back a lot here. He's doing circle pats. Like that's your Uncle Danny. Is he cool? Don't be alone with him. You know? That's how. In the 80s. That's how. This is a weird thing, man. In the 80s, every like TV show had these things called like very special episodes, and very special episodes would be like in the middle of fucking like the Dukes of Hazzards. They'd be a whole episode about some child molester, and you're like, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, they were like trying to like warn people, like, hey man, you know,
like a weird infomercial.
No, it's just the episode. I guess like there was an episode of like, it was Different Strokes where like they went to go buy a bicycle and the guy was like a child molester, and these were just like, hey, we got to drop knowledge. This is the 80s, but because of these like episodes, every kid in the 80s was 100% sure that somebody was going to try to molest them or kidnap them, and we were fucking ready. Like we weren't sitting around like, oh no, what happens if I get kidnapped? I was like, wait till it goes down. I got plans and shit. I'm ready to roll.
You're on your Home Alone shit.
Yeah, like a child molester would have rolled up to me and been like, hey kid, you want to get in this van? I'm like, you done fucked up now, boy. Yeah, I'd come back covered in blood with all the puppies. Like, what happened? He fucked with the wrong fat kid. That's what happened. Y'all want a puppy? Anybody want a van?
It's so true, bro. It's like you were almost smart enough as a kid to where you like knew the game.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how do I get the candy and
not get in the van? Like, I want this candy.
Got you. Like, if you could shake them.
Yeah. And you're like, I know this motherfucker ain't calling the cops because I stole his candy.
6 Jolly Ranchers. I'm keeping the green one.
One of your friends comes back all sad with a bunch of candy, and you're like, you got the candy and got out? I got the candy. You know? Too slow, motherfucker.
But the silver lining, bro, is the guy dropped you back off.
Yeah, you still got to ride. You
didn't live in a tent for 9 years like that one chick.
No, you're good to go. Yeah. Yo, getting kidnapped, like when a woman gets kidnapped versus when a guy gets kidnapped, I always think it's so different because like when a guy gets kidnapped, usually like they're murdered like a week after. You know, you get run through like a rag doll, and then they're like killed. Yeah, when a woman gets kidnapped, it's years of keeping them sometimes.
It's like how long can I... how long can I hold this person?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
It's super weird. And I don't blame...
It costs a lot of money, bro.
That's the thing. Like I think that's what we need to start doing to check kidnapping. It's just like, yo, let's see power surges in single family homes. Like, bro, one guy living alone, but he's using way too much power.
I have not seen one girlfriend, not a cannabis grow.
Yeah, what's going on here, pal?
Nothing. Bro, that's actually a status symbol. I kept someone alive for 9 years.
Yeah, you're actually...
on fixed income.
He's better than Dustin's dad. Dustin's like, I wish somebody would just kidnap me.
I would live in a tent if my dad was here. Holy shit.
Dustin got in the van thinking, Papa? Hey, kid, you want candy? Do you know my dad?
Yeah, is he in here?
Yeah. No, son.
Oh, dude.
He's living his best life.
That's so fucking funny, bro. But yeah, that joke just bombed because I was like, your dad's a legend, and people just were not having it, bro.
Your dad's a legend.
People were not having it.
Was Dustin's mom hot?
No.
Okay.
She had an ashtray in every room on every table.
Oh, well.
And it was just dude, you know what it is? Like,
I'm starting to think Dustin's dad just did what he had to do. He's like, look, I can't get all of you out, but I can get me out. It's like escaping a fucking prisoner of war camp. You're like, listen, the job of all of us is to escape. Okay,
for sure.
I can't get Dustin. I can't get you, dogs. But
like everyone's running towards the vault door.
Yeah.
But they already got bit by the zombie.
Yeah.
And so he just seals it.
Slams it close.
And they're beating doom.
Yeah.
It makes that like window noise. Doom.
10 years later, fucking, he finds out one of them survived. He has to see him, you know? It's like 28 weeks later. Yeah.
Look what you did to me.
I cut my fucking arm off because I got bit.
Fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah. Raised you right, boy.
Oh, shit.
Left when I was 9. Taught you everything.
The album, Skywalker.
Yeah. What if, too, he looked at his son and he was like, I've taught you everything I know. So there's no use for me.
Yeah. I mean, I showed you how to play a couple chords.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
Pretty good at garage hockey.
He goes, look, you got to build your own audience.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. Son, I thought if I stuck around, I'd just overshadow your future. And I'm not going to do that to my baby boy.
He's like, I looked at how much college costs and how much a new Fender twin neck, and I just chose.
I made a choice, son. How much money are we going to make off your college? I'm making $500 a week performing at Bonnie Joe's Treasure Shack, and I've been fucking 2 of the waitresses.
But look.
Not the skinny ones, but 2 of them.
But I'm getting paid in U.S., and it goes a long way down there.
It's a stretch, man. It's a stretch, man. I'm good, man. They're letting me live on a catamaran.
Yeah. And get this, weed is free.
Yeah, so, you know.
And it comes with the rent.
You want to head on down to Old Mexico Town, son. You get down there. Papa got a place for you.
Hey,
you can
you always wanted a horse. I got you a donkey.
Yeah, he's the headline act of the show I perform. But he's good.
Oh my God, dude.
Dustin, if you're listening.
We love you, man.
Yeah. More than your dad.
Thank you for all the laughs playing SSX on PlayStation 1. That's when I fell in love with the smell of cigarettes, dude.
Really?
Like if I go into a pool hall, like a pool bar, where you can for some reason
still
that's the
smoke.
only place
Yeah.
you can still.
It's a little bit of America left because they don't sell any food at a pool bar. I think they're just like, this ain't a restaurant.
What about the ones that do sell mozzarella sticks? Is that
it's not
totally against code?
I don't think pool halls don't got codes. Pool halls is just
it is a weird. What is up with that?
I don't know. Have you ever performed at a pool hall? Have you ever done comedy at a pool hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Don't say it reluctantly. Every fucking comic worth a damn's like, oh, I got my pool hall story. The thing is, people never stop playing pool at the pool hall when you're performing comedy.
You think they want to hear about your problems?
Yeah. I had to do a show one time. I did it, me, Akeem Woods, and I can't remember who else. And we were out in Palm Coast or something like that. And it was a fucking pool hall. And we're like, what the hell? And they were finishing up a tournament, but it was still going on. And we got up on stage and nobody's paying attention to us. Nobody's paying attention. And every time I had a tag, that was the same time somebody was breaking. And it was just like,
oh, it's so true.
So the weatherman's,
yeah, then you keep hearing that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, put it in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on a team.
You hear it go.
Yeah. Who ordered mozzarella sticks? That's the thing too. Pool hall food is all fryer based.
100%.
It's all fryer. And then when you get the pool hall mozzarella sticks, they're like backwoods brown. They're so fucking fried.
Oh yeah, you're like, dude, this is a blunt. With fucking mozzarella in it.
Did you give me 6 mini blunts?
And the cheese is a little hard.
Yeah, or sometimes it's fucking spewed out of it. So in your basket with your paper,
it's liquefied.
Yeah,
it's when you bite into it and it's just like a string cheese.
Yeah, you're like, how is the outside fucking blistering hot and the inside's a string cheese?
Yeah, is this the fucking coating they put on the space shuttle?
Yeah,
to withstand heat.
We got these mozzarella sticks, got a heat shield developed by NASA. Ice cold on the inside, burnt as fuck. It's fucking black and blue like a filet mignon, you know? I got a Pittsburgh mozzarella stick. Ice cold on the inside, charred on the outside.
It's a fucking science miracle. I remember there was the pool. There was just one pool table.
Yeah.
That's
enough to fuck a whole show up.
Oh, bro. And then there was the subway tracks. It was in Brooklyn. And so you had
the L trains passing by as you're trying to fucking do your jokes. Yeah. And then there's an express train.
Oh, yeah. So it would go the whole bar would shake. And then someone would break behind you. But the pool table was literally someone would go like this and you would
move, do your
I'd
set.
go like this. And the only way I'd save the show was because I was just roasting them and being like, these assholes, because there was 40 people watching, and it was 2 people playing pool, and so it was this whole dynamic of
you really need to pick guys right now. If you who's being the asshole,
right?
Me and the 40 people doing a comedy show, or you and your boy with 50 cents on the table talking about I got next.
Yeah, No, but they finished the game like and went and sat down. But it was just hilarious that like, you know, this is just the dynamic.
They're like, hey man, got one pool table and he's down the street from me. Gotta go fucking play. All right, I was kidnapped in the '80s, so I'm hard.
Yeah, I don't have. This is nothing, dude. The Broadway Comedy Club had a second room, but it was like for like open micers, but they would do like a weird show, and that's where they would make the drinks for the main room, and so they're making daiquiris mid punchline.
Yeah. Fuck, who's ordering a fucking daiquiri?
And I'm just like, bro, do you really need to sell bleach or Beach Bomb Blizzard, whatever the fuck it is, some stupid name, Blue Raz?
Who wants a blue iguana?
Oh, dude.
Wee.
And you're like, yeah, so I was at the mall and then you're like, well, that was the punchline.
I bet you that's happening right now at like Ukrainian nightclubs. You're trying to drop some comedy. It's just an artillery shelling. Like, these fucking Russian assholes are ruining my set, you know?
Yeah, bro, they don't even give a fuck. They're like, the village next door got bombed. They're like, oh, dude.
You want to smoke something?
You've seen him perform all over LA. Give it up for Sean Madden, everybody.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
This joke's not going to go well.